Yo, what's up, everyone? This is Street Smart Sarge here, and I'm glad that you guys are back. Yes, sir. Now, today's gangster is going to be Linwood Big Boy Gray. Yes, sir. Linwood Big Boy Gray was the uncle of Kevin Gray, which y'all also know was a DC legend. Y'all know these two, very familiar if you're from the DC area, lived there for over the last 50 years or so. So I'm going to get into the story of Linwood Big Boy Gray, because this story runs deep. Yes, sir. I got all the action that you need for the streets. Yeah, Street Smart Sarge here. I'm going to get into the story. Let's go. Linwood Big Boy Gray. He bought 3 houses, a nightclub, and 5 cars over the last 3 years with enormous profits from bank robberies he committed in the 1960s. I'm just giving you the beginning, right? Because this guy, you got to keep up. Gray was labeled one of the most notorious bank robbers in the history of the district. Big Boy Gray was robbing banks back in the 1960s, where he stood trial for and spent 6 years as a mental patient at St. Elizabeth Hospital. He stashed away between $300,000 and $315,000. Some of the money he stashed in frozen chickens. He was convicted of robbery, but the other charges were thrown out on reasons of insanity. So Big Boy Gray was being charged with running a massive international heroin smuggling ring that netted him thousands of dollars from mid-1976 until his arrest in January 23rd, 1979. Barry Leverwitz. Now, he was the prosecuting attorney. He believed that Gray, Robert L. Stuckley, and Bob Nighthawk Terry were lieutenants of Warren Christopher Robinson. Now, Robinson is a heroin wholesaler from the early 1970s. He is now serving a long prison term for his drug operation. Bob Nighthawk Terry was actually a disc jockey for the radio station in D.C. So now the defense attorney, Robinson, was going to prove that Bob Nighthawk Terry, the disc jockey, was the drug dealer. Terry, he disappeared in July 4th, 1977, after promoting a rock concert that netted $2 million. Gray and Stern, who I told you before was a attorney that represented Christopher Robinson, the heroin wholesaler, and he also represented Gray in the case before. So that's where those two know each other. And Stuckley were invested in the concert. So it's Gray, Stern, and Stuckley, and Terry, all invested in the concert. Now Terry disappears. Nobody knows where Terry gone. He took the money. You know what I'm saying? Gray's lawyer questioned all the evidence on his client, and to have the prosecutor been shot and slightly wounded, but able to continue with the trial. This guy was shot. Like, that right there brought just eyes to the trial. The trial was so big. I'm telling you, you got an ex mental patient who robbed banks. Then all of a sudden, the guy goes down. They still looking for another person to take his place. I guess the government that they want to go after, and it's not fair. Yeah, he came home rich. He was a bank robber. He did his time for the bank robberies, and he came home rich. Leibowitz built up a case off another case against Gray, bringing in government witnesses to testify their role in the smuggling ring to all of his purchases of homes and businesses, and still wasn't enough to convict Gray for running a heroin international smuggling ring. Gray, after the trial, still was facing 5 years for taxes. He claimed on his taxes that for the 2 years of 76 and 77 that he only made $20,000. But after the tax people found otherwise, that he made $300,000 over 2 years, they found him guilty of tax evasion. He still was happy because he still beat the drug ring charges. They got dropped. But still, his family had to survive while he was locked up during his time. His lady and their baby had to have a place to stay. So he told his lawyer he would turn over the deed to one of his homes, and his lady and their baby would stay in the home. But the lawyer had also took out $45,000 loan to put on the house, and they would pay off the loan. It was working, but the lawyer was pressing him for the money, and still he would put them out. So to keep him in line, they threatened him, and they threatened him and his family. So they had a recording of them doing this when the lawyer visited him in California, Lomax, the federal penitentiary. This conversation carried on until the lawyer turned back over the deed to Stuckley. Stuckley was helping Gray during his time locked up. When he was finished his time, they slapped him with the the enforcer, the extortionist. So that extortionist charge kept him in jail, and he's been in jail ever since. They convicted him, found him guilty, and found Stuckley guilty. So, so as far as I know, the story is like they're still locked up. You know what I'm saying? It's this Street Smart Sarge here. And, I just want to give it up to the people who, stay tuned, who really stay up on this, on the Virginia Gangster file. And I just want to let y'all know, thank you. Appreciate everything. You know what I'm saying? Soon I'll have my Cash App popping, so you guys can hit me on the Cash App, show some appreciation, donate to the Virginia Gangster Files. And, that's all for, promotion and getting it out there. So I want to thank y'all again for, sitting here, coming back to the channel. And have a nice Valentine's Day. Take it easy. Enjoy your weekend. This is Street Smart Sarge here from Greedy Tycoon Media Group. And I want to say peace, and I'm out.